Hello, you beautiful gods and goddesses. This is Tawanda Vance, Celestial Earth Goddess, and today I'm going to do a reading about what's in store for us as a people. And if you ain't figured out us as a people, I'm talking about black people, if you ain't figured that shit out. Now, I'm going to be using the Afro Goddess Tarot Arcana deck, which is made by Andrea Furtick. I would suggest you pick this deck up. This deck is life, okay? And as you know, I like all things black, so that's one of the reasons why I picked it. Now, let's get on with this reading. Now, what we have at the top, which is the overall theme of this reading, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And if you don't know, with the Wheel of Fortune, although good things do come with it, the bad also comes with it. And in this reading, we're going to learn about how us as a people, our liberation is really coming into the folds. All this chaos that's going on is just what we have to go through to get to this point of liberation. So it's definitely changing, and we're having some major changes if you haven't noticed. So at the beginning of this reading, we have the Three of Wands, and as you can see, this lovely goddess is moving along with what looks like a rhino. That is a rhino, yeah. So, this is us going towards the real freedom that we have been fighting for since we've been in this bullshit for over 2,000 years. It didn't just start in the Atlantic slave trade, it started before that. But, y'all can look that shit up. So, we're heading away from the madness and we're going into the life that we've all been wanting forever. And then we have the sun. This sun represents this happy, fruitful, creative time that we're going into. And because of that happiness and fruitfulness, we gonna multiply. And that's what the Knight of Pentacles is about, if you hadn't figured it out. It's about growth. We got all this Oshunian energy going on right here, all this gold and all this green. Well, the green would be, that's Oshuni too. But if we're going to do some chakra stuff, we're going to say it's a combination of solar plexus and heart chakra energy, which solar plexus represents creativity, it's drive, it's your ego, your self-esteem. And as you can see, the sun is shining bright, so we go into a very healthy place here, and it's bringing great fruit, which is what the Knight of Pentacles is about. We're able to, the Knight of Pentacles also represents independence. So we're doing this on our own. We don't have no help from any outsiders. This is all us. This is the Black Wall Street times 1,000. Okay? Now, of course, with the Wheel of Fortune, as I've said, you got to if you're going to take the good, you got to take the bad too. So the devil energy is usually about being bound to some things. And what I'm getting from this card is we're not going to necessarily be bound. We're releasing any bonds that we were tied to. And anything that tries to come our way to oppress us again, we just not falling for the bullshit, because we've lived and we've learned. We've been through enough and we've learned enough over time to realize that this ain't where it's at. And we're not trying to feel that bullshit no more. Okay? So now we got the Son of Cups, which is normally the Knight of Cups. So this is water. This is emotion. This is emotions. So this is, and it's a knight. Knight energy tends to be swift. So this is us really, really going within and cleaning and clearing out all this stuff that has had us in this perpetual state of anger and tyranny and shit. So we're getting out of that, and we're really realizing how great it feels to be loved. And when I say be loved, I mean loving yourself. And the more you love yourself, the more you love others. So as we're going through that part of the journey, we come to the God of Wands, which is the King of Wands. That's definitely about being successful. That represents success. That represents power. As you can see, this dude right here is just like, he about his shit. He's like, I am the man. So this will be us standing in it, definitely feeling empowered and knowing that we are as great as we have always known it. We not only know it, but we believe it and we feel it. Because, fire energy is also representing of emotions, but it's emotions on the passionate end. So we actually feeling the power that we have been talking about forever. So not only are we talking about it, but we being about it, as the saying goes. And with that, this is the Ten of Pentacles. Now, usually with the Ten of Pentacles, you usually see like generations of a family, usually it's usually a grandparent, like a grandfather. I don't know why it's just the grandfather. Then you see the parents, then you see the kids and the dog, along with the house and the rainbow and all that other good stuff. Well, I'm going to see it like this. Whatever's in that house, whatever's in your house is only for you to decide. So whatever you consider family, generational wealth, and that's also what I see in the Ten of Pentacles. I also see it as a generational wealth. So this is something that we are going to be experiencing for generations. Not just in our children, not just our children, but us. It's going to start with us, because I do not subscribe to it's not going to happen in my lifetime. Fuck that shit. I ain't come here to be broke, busted, and disgusted. Fuck you and fuck anybody that thinks that. So don't have that mindset. So have the mindset of the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So yes, happy life, happy wife, happy husband, children, whatever your definition of unadulterated happiness is, that's what the Ten of Pentacles is going to represent. Now we got the Chariot right here. That's Cancerian energy. As a Cancer, I can vouch for this. Although Cancer is feminine, water, emotional, we're also cardinal. Cardinals initiate things. Cardinals not one thing we initiate is the season, and as we know, summer starts in Cancer season. And I was blessed to have been born at the beginning of it, like the second day. Usually Cancer season is from June 21st to July 22nd. The date changes, give or take a day, but that's basically the date range. And I was born on the 22nd, so yeah, I'm really in the beginning of this shit. I just want to throw that little factoid in because that's what I do sometimes. But anyway, with cardinal water energy, it's definitely about us pushing forward, and that's what the Chariot represents. The Chariot represents us continuing to move forward with great confidence. And as you see, I know I didn't really speak about the jewels, like in the God of Wands. That looks kind of like maybe citrine, possibly carnelian, which orange is like this orange color, that's sacral energy. And then yellow is the solar plexus. So I would say this is sacral solar plexus energy. This is us using, which is sexual energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be used for sex. It can be used to drive us and push us into the very things that we desire. So that's what it does. Now here we have, we'll say this is green aventurine. Just to say it's green aventurine. That's heart chakra energy. That definitely goes along with being Cancerian, being watery energy. And that's even the moon in the background, which, as anybody knows, Cancer is moon ruled. But mainly we're moving forward. We're moving forward with what we know we need to do to maintain this liberation. We're gonna be pro-black as motherfuckers. And what I mean by that is we gonna do stuff for us, by us. We not worried about what other people think, because that's what being liberated is about. We're not worried about what other people think. We're just about being great, whatever that is. And if anything comes in our way to impede that, we just getting rid of it. even if it looks like us, because you're just as bad as any white supremacist or any other racist motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, because we're constantly moving forward with this Chariot, we're getting out of this Eight of Swords energy, which, as you can see, is bondage. But this is more in the mental aspect. This is psychological bondage, because that's what we've really been fighting. And I think it took us a minute to realize it, which is why, although when it comes to things like oppression, we've always been physically fighting it. And as you can see, because oppression is sadistic, it's also not misogynistic, although it's that too. It's masochistic as well, which means it doesn't mind going through pain if it means that they're going to inflict even more pain upon you. So it's really the psychological aspect that we've been having to work on. So